I think there was a lot of criticism after last week. Some of it justified, some extremely difficult to take, and you can't really do much about it because sometimes you've got to take it on the chin. But I think because of that, special mention's got to be given to Chris Smith. He showed what he was all about today, and good decision making, difficult conditions for every single player, especially goalkeeper. But he let his defenders deal with things, and when he was called upon, he's looked very confident and assured.
Did you never have a moment of doubt in Chris, given everything he was telling you? He shouldn't be playing, obviously. You didn't feel that?
We spoke, with the coaching staff. We spoke to Paul Mathers, goalkeeping coach. I know him probably better than most, because I've worked with him for so long. I signed him, and brought him into the full-time professional scene of it because I saw something in him. I don't suddenly change my opinion because he maybe had a poor game. He's a talented goalkeeper who's still got a lot to work on, still got to improve, but he's conscientious, he's hard working, and if he does that, if he keeps learning, he'll become a top class goalkeeper.
Do you feel vindicated today?
I think he will later on in the night. Probably tomorrow he'll feel proud of himself, but again, like all those players, don't get too high, enjoy the moment, but we said to them last week, don't get too low, because it's strange how it can suddenly turn around, and within everybody talked about really on Thursday and Friday what a bad week it had been for us. We'll see what happens, see if we can change anything of that, and I think every single one of them deserve a lot of credit.
What's it told you, Gus, that you've actually managed to lift themselves twice? Because you've done it before, the Aberdeen game, put in that performance and they lose, and then try and come back for that injury time goal as well.
It shows how professional they are. We knew on Monday from the training session, that there was going to be a reaction. I think even Jimmy Calderwood said that. He was a bit wary of playing against us. Any team that loses 7 goals, and it could have been more. But when you know what you've got within the dressing room, the characteristics of players, the leaders within a group, if they're on there and playing to their ability and showing the commitment that we know they've got within them, you're always capable of getting a result. You're always going to have to get a bit of luck. I don't think we had much luck at Parkhead last week. We had a bit of luck this afternoon. We didn't have any against Aberdeen, but we're just delighted that you're in the semi-final.
Cup winnable for you guys?
I think you can look at you've still got 4 SPL clubs in it, and I think you can only look at the recent, well not even recent, the results this season within the SPL, how tight it is, how competitive the SPL is. So you're in the semi-final, anything can happen. It doesn't really matter who you're drawn against. I'm delighted for the support. I'm delighted for everybody connected with the club that they've got there, because people were starting to talk about, well, this is the 4th time that you've got to this stage of the quarter-finals, and this was the one that we were the massive underdogs. So it's strange again what football can throw up, that in recent seasons we've lost out to lower league opposition, but this time we've done ourselves proud.
Managed to be sent off Gus at the penalty incident.
It's difficult from where we are. I mean, the challenge, whether there's another it's a goal scoring opportunity, there's no doubt about that. There were players within the dressing room last week that asked regarding Jack Ross's incident, if you take that up the other end, what would have happened? As usual, we all sort of say that when you're maybe playing against the Old Firm. Would we have got the penalty, or would Celtic have a player sent off? That maybe answered it today. As I say, I'll not be too harsh on it. I was a bit alarmed at the 3 minutes of injury time because of what happened on Tuesday night to us, and I couldn't understand where that 3 minutes came from. But it's one of those days that you take what you've got, enjoy it, and move on.